Hello, beautiful, and welcome. This is going to be a water signs reading going over spiritual gifts and energy. If you are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, these messages should resonate with you. Keep in mind this is a general collective, so it's normal for parts to resonate and parts not to. If you're interested in a private reading, please check the description below. I've said my blessing and prayer, so we're going to jump into this. I've got opening messages, then tarot, and I've got yes or no, and we'll end with a prayer like usual. Lots of oracles in between. All right, so let's see what's going on for the water signs. Some of you looking into the band Sat Sand will help you. During this time, the music will help you. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. Really reflecting upon yourself. Anything that's broken must go. Anything that obscures you from being you. What is blocking you right now? Yeah, I was going to pull that out. Spirit's been trying to get you aware of these and making these changes, and you're kind of just getting smacked in the face with them, where it's like, I can't ignore this anymore. You guys had Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided afterwards. Getting out of that confusion and onto the illuminated path. The guided one. Knowing where to walk, where to go. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. You're here to help others. Right now, that's where Spirit's trying to get you, especially with New Earth happening and all that, to the point where you are ready to lead others, to teach them, to help them understand. Others of you, you have a new group coming around you, part of your soul tribe, and they are on that same frequency. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting community. Again, you're supposed to be here to help others. Teacher coming through big. Priestess, the mystic. Let's get into your current energy. Not taking weight on what people say. Someone is around someone who's very low frequency, and that they'll make fun of you for your beliefs, what you do, and not allowing that person to get to you or stop you. For some of you, they will not be in your 3D, others they will, but at the end of your transformation is when they have a breakthrough, like, okay, this isn't all bullshit. It's not something to make fun of. Let's try this like another time. I was trying to skip past the ass so we get back to the music. Sorry about that. All right, I've got King of Wands, the Lovers. You have inspiration. You have knowing. You're not even looking at whatever this relationship is anymore the same way. Some of you just want to turn your back on it altogether. For some of you, it is a love relationship, and others of you, that's that friend. This relationship isn't structured in a healthy way. The Hermit, yeah. It's got you in reflection, which is where Spirit wants you right now. So you can see that this is no longer for you, that it is blocking you from going where you need to go. Queen of Swords, you get clarity in the situation. Any confusion, for some of you, this is confusion that they've put on you, either by things that they've said, energy that they've sent, other things that they've done. But you get clarity. Others of you, there's this clear communication coming through where you face this and address this. So in here, cherubs are important. You may have a cherub around you. Yeah. Five of Swords, you're done with it. The things that they say or have said about you, you address it because you don't leave it open for interpretation. Like, bitch, this is why we ain't going to be what we are anymore. And you're supposed to call them on it. This person thinks they can get away with shady ass shit. And that's part of your purpose, is to say what needs to be said. Hanged me on top of the Hermit. You got a new perspective on it. You're very, you find what to say in a moment by yourself very clearly to handle all this at once. But it puts you in another state of reflection where you're kind of like, okay, now that that's over, there's several questions that come out. One of them being like, how is this to help other people? How is this to help me? You know what I mean? But you go into this reflection about how you can take this lesson in your life and then help others. And then for others of you, once this block is removed, you get more downloads. You're looking at another, for some of you, this is another mini spiritual awakening that you're going to be going through, where you unlock more. Yeah, Seven of Cups. But this is options. Taking that time, though. Once you get that block, you know, you get past this block phase and you get these new downloads, you have a lot to process through. Multiple gifts, multiple purposes. It can feel overwhelming and exciting. It's that roller coaster tummy that I got going on. Ace of Swords. But you're able to get to where you need to go as far as what your next step is. Very easily. Very easily. And then it's just onward ho. You figure out how to balance it out. Some of you looking at and accepting an anointing. Six of Cups and Judgment. This is what balances you out. It brings you more happiness. You're able to help others. Some of you looking at helping youth specifically. But you're victorious at the end. I'm going to grab into your guidance here. For some of you, it's bringing aid to others. I have aid to others part of your purpose. Ace of Cups. Spirit's trying to offer you what's going to fulfill you the most. And it's on you to accept that. Others of you, this gift unlock, just like I said, I've got that emotional roller coaster, but in a happy way, like when you're excited for the roller coaster, not scared shitless of it. Yeah, the Star. Big dream come true energy, healing of self, healing of the energy around you, helping heal others in your community, um, or some of you working to the point where you have a collective which far outreaches what's around you in the 3D. The Wheel of Fortune, yes. This is all happening for you and for your best and to get you um, to this place of pride, happiness, being your full self all the time, being able to bring that light to others that you want to bring. Stick with the healing and understanding. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and Eight of Cups, Devil, and Four of Wands. You're going to see how much this blocked you. That's why you're okay walking away from it. It doesn't fulfill you anymore. It leaves you with lack. Paying attention to your energy after you're around whatever your block is in the 3D. You feel less, not like necessarily of a person, but less on, energetic, less happy, less, because this thing is nothing but in the state of lack. It's a drain. Some of you actually dealing with demons like a succubus, where it's like, this bitch drains the life from you, and it's because they're fucking demonic and you're a bright light, and so they just try to suck your light. I've dated demons. Like, I know sometimes we fall for it. I'm wiser for it. Again, the Star. This is something since you were a child you have wanted to do, wanted to accomplish, wanted to bring. And you're still connected to that in your soul, even if you feel disconnected by everything that's going on in your 3D. And once you get these blocks out, it's like I can reconnect to that. I can understand it more. I can accomplish it more easily. Nine of Wands. You're doing this on your own. And you're protective of it. Not looking to rush into another relationship, whether that be a friendship or a romantic partnership. And you're not supposed to. Some of you are very codependent on feeling worthy based on someone else needing you. And it's like, that's not a healthy relationship. That's codependent. It's karmic. And that's why you get so depleted when you go to invest in someone. Being able to speak and uphold your boundaries is something that you need to master now if you're going to be a teacher. Otherwise, when you have lots of, right, you can't be a bleeding, you know what I mean, like a bleeding heart. We all have that big heart, but you can't let it bleed on everybody. You're going to be out of blood. So it's just that life lesson. Yeah. Four of Pentacles and King of Swords. You're seeing clearly now how sometimes you need to be a little bit more withheld or reserved with stuff. And it's not that you can't, but just that balance between what's the appropriate amount to pour into something and what's inappropriate. Just based on what your soul needs. You understand yourself better at the end of this. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, and Six of Pentacles. I know that you enjoy time with this person, but think about whether or not they actually give back to you. By the end of this, about the Nine of Swords, you're going to really just see how all they did was bring in this dark energy that blocked you from yourself, from your knowing, from your guides for some of you. But this person was a negative energy around you. All right. Recognition and reward, heartache and loss. This lesson is what you're able to build from. like I said, teacher here for someone. High priestess, you're going to advance and help others. But this relationship was blocking you from achieving your goal. It took you away from your purpose. It took you away from spirit. It took you away from yourself. And that's why I had to go. Gosh, and ignite it. Right? You go through this and it's just like, I remember why I'm here and I'm so excited. Remember them happy roller coasters. Like, I'm going to accomplish something I always wanted to. Harmony. Self-balance here. Alright, let's get into your gifts, loves. Ah. It almost connected. Kind of like you and this person, right? I'm not making fun of your failed relationship. It needed to fail. It shouldn't have been a relationship, right? It needed to fail. I love you all. Alright. You're getting close to or on the other side of healing when you can laugh about the shit. It's not just like, oh, pain, trauma, tears. It's like, yeah, that shit happened. Alright, I've got athletics for someone here. Looking into sports of some sort. I have announcement, coaching. But athletics being your life calling. Or part of your purpose here. Records. For someone, athletics is more for a smaller purpose, like coaching a little league team. That's what you're being called to do. And you can really help the youth at this time who have the, if you look around, they need lights to go to. So getting involved in that is just more important than I think you could realize. Others of you, I've got records, looking at a librarian, past lives, etc. Record keepers. Setting records straight. Someone here is going to be digging through some of them and putting them together with truth and honesty. Law for someone. I've got relationships or matchmaker, whether you're doing healing or helping someone find their person. This is a natural gift of yours. I've got life groups here. Some of you looking at helping young adults ages 17 to 21 or 21 to 24. Others of you Reiki. Working with elements, fire for someone here. As far as bending, others of you might be an EMT or fire response. And yes, fire manipulation and bending is possible. If you are looking into that, once you've practiced your channeling, we'll see, one day I'll do it on here, I can do it. But channeling the energy from your hand through a candle, making the flame rise. Yeah, I can do that. Can you do that? That's good practice. I've got friend here. Big purpose in life, being a friend, understanding what it means to be a friend, and helping those recognize and be that in themselves. Others of you have got the establishment, either here to fight it or reestablish it. Collective damage healing for someone. Like I said, some of you guys have collectives that far outreach what's in your 3D, and you're here to help with any damages done while we do new earth, heaven on earth, healing anything from that, the previous trash can years. I call it the trash years, which we're still in, unfortunately. But getting out of the trash years. And then on the bottom, I have an artist. Your art is here to help people. Inspiration, healing, connection. Past life, sorry. Actually, yeah, we'll get past life and we'll go on. Okay. past life. Past life connections here. Scribe or writer. Again, looking into them records. Others of you, right now, writing is important. Someone here, if you meditate, you're going to see a past life journal. And that you went through, well, some of you are going to be looking at similar happenings. But others of you, it's what you went through in that life while integrating. And you can pick up on different feelings, sights, practices that you did, like things to practice learning your gift that are going to help you relearn and integrate that in this life. Scrolls are important, getting into the Akashic records, but scrolls. I've got trees here. Those of you who haven't done the meditation to connect to the interdimensionals where you end up in like the sacred forest, doing that's going to help you. Galactic. We are of the stars. Some of you, you've done this in other worlds before. Earth hasn't always been our home. But looking into that, someone here helps with intergalactic balance, we'll say, in a past life. And you may be needed to do that in this life. Biblical on the bottom, getting past religious views. Some of you are here to help that. Others of you getting into those records. Like I said, you can bridge the gaps between what this group thinks and that group thinks, because it's just a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? But you can get to the truth through it. You're here to help other people get through religious misunderstandings. Some of you are here to write the new book. Share, time to shine. That's what you're getting ready for. Others of you, you might be kicking yourself later on down the road, because if it wasn't for what you allowed to block you currently, you'd be at that point where right now you could be that teacher sharing. But don't do that. Don't get caught up in the, well, if I hadn't made this decision, I would have been here. But just know it's about time for you to share those. Others of you, these are those little step-ins I was talking about, like that time to share is in being the coach. It is your time to get in. But as far as, yeah, you're full on purpose and major gifts and stuff like that, that might be a little bit farther down the road. Others of you, you're going to know you're right on time. Dark energy or entities around or attached, right? We're going to get rid of that succubus bitch or negative entity that drains you and tries to talk you out of doing what you're supposed to do. They might pop up a lot to distract you. External conflict, right? Beware. Some of these entities might put you in a position where you're fighting against others. Eeh. See where they gotta go? Judas around or near. Please cut this bitch out. Like, third eye chakra. Some of you have a block on it. You might be able to astral travel, see, scry or something like that on a regular basis. But with this entity around you, it's like, wait a second, I don't dream as much. I don't have visions as much. I can't, you know what I mean? Even trying to pull a memory of yours and actually see it is difficult right now. And it's because they did work on you. Others of you, if you meditate, you're going to see clearly who this person is. Obviously, you should know. Let's not be in denial. But what they've done and what they're doing. And why it's not just when you're next to them in the 3D. Virgo, this season's going to be big for y'all. Getting ready to get studious here. Learning these things. Getting dedicated to self. Getting dedicated to achieving. I've got Leo, and then adult trauma wounds here, and then mask or illusion. Others, this has to do with your pride, confidence, building on that, understanding that, being able to roar your roar. You know what I mean? Every line has its own roar, and it's like yours is squashed by this, or you feel uncomfortable by it, and it's like that's that energy around you. Be the bold, authentic you. But yeah, you're going to be dealing with the adult trauma rooms, mask or illusion. This person hid themselves from you. Others have actually been speaking illusions upon you, like presenting it one way and it's completely different. So you're going to understand why you're being directed to cut them. Things in the dark don't stay in the dark. Dark things just think they do. Alright, let's see what we got from your spirit guides here, loves. Remember, you have an incarnation team. Guardian angel being one amongst several. And then you also have spirits that hang out, watch out over you because they love you and want to help you. Career work. For some of you, this is the balance that's going to be hard. You have a lot of work in the 3D and then want, you know what I mean? It goes, you know, some of you it is a 9 to 5. Some of you, you're working like 50, 60 hours a week. So trying to have the energy and time to learn these things is really where it's going to be hard. Or wanting to coach and working that around the schedule. But eventually, this teacher position, this gift, is something that you can make money off of. It's part of why you're here. And then you guys have the 1500s and birthmarks. Looking at that incarnation, if you feel inclined to it. Others of you looking at your birthmarks, or this person had a birthmark. Domestic pet on the bottom. Some of you have a domestic pet that has passed on that stays with you. I got a doggy that's popping out. This change is necessary. You need to get rid of whatever this is. You need to focus on yourself. You have to finish. I got you cocooning. It's like you need to become the butterfly, because staying stuck in this what I wish I was shit is killing you. So this change is to bust you open, bust you free, get you to where you're supposed to be. You are loved from them. Did you remember to pray? Some of you, Charlie Pride being big. Others of you, this person was big on, you know, make sure you pray. And it was for your own good, and you maybe got tired of hearing it, but right now, just remembering, you know, prayer is what's going to help you the most. You've been training for this longer than you think. Past lives of yours. You did the right thing. When you walk away, if you haven't already, or if you just did, it was the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. Putting yourself first is right here. It's not selfish in like a negative, selfish way. It's selfish in a healthy way. Oh my lordy, why do you not want to work with me today? Well, actually, I mean like right now. I've been working fine all day for the other readings, but it's not gonna be a fit. sorry. For someone here, you were at their funeral and they tried to comfort you. They didn't want you so sad. Like how sad you were was hurting them. Sorry, I'm gonna start crying. Shaman or healer, you're here to help others. All right, adopted. For some of you, this is like an adopted family member. And then I've got time for growth. It's time for you to be healthy, selfish. It's time for you to put yourself first on another level. And it's time for you to grow into what you wanted to be. I have someone here, you might take care of a lot of people, or you always put other people first. And your guides are like, I need you to put you first now. I need you to take care of you. Pray for my healing. You prayed for them. They prayed for your healing. Thoth, light codes, light initiation, great teacher, awakening, divine magic. Again, teacher. You're here to teach other people this stuff. Some of you, I mean, we're talking about actual school or college, trade school, something like that, getting into a teaching position. But you're here to connect with that. Divine magic, though. A lot of you have a connection. Some of it's more potent than others. And for a lot of who I'm talking to, that connection is actually blocked a lot. Not like fully, but a lot, just because if this energy, if this succubus were to connect to that, do you know what they could do? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like to protect everybody where you figure out what the fuck's going on with you. But once this block is gone, then you can really tap in and learn that. Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity and self-expression. The more you speak your truth, the more there's just that honest conversation. And especially when you tell them what's what, it frees you. It frees you and you can move on so much better. Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy, big healing, big divine energy that is trying to one, help you, and then others of you that you're going to be able to connect to again. You just have to get through this portal, you know what I mean, this next chapter. You have an ending that's being caused so you can have a better beginning. Seraphim's gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. You're not alone. And there are so many beings on the other side trying to help you get away from whatever you're connected to where you need to be in order to be who you want to be. So just being open and receptive to that and listening. All right, let's get you guys a number. 8675309. Not that number, but it is a number. Jenny. 0909. New beginnings, great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, big love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a big game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. And again, being excited for it, just because you know that this is for your best. You're moving to the best, so it's not like it's gonna be an awful experience. All right. If you have a specific question of yes or no, there'll be 3 piles to pick from. Please go with whatever pile resonates the most for you. All right. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. All right, if you pick pile 1, your answer is maybe you're neutral, give it time with the number 22. Pick pile 2, yes, within 6 to 9 months, and the number 63. And pile 3, the answer is yes, with contract, past, current, future, fate versus destiny, and the number 48. You came here to do this shit, and that's another reason why there's so many guys trying to get you to where you're supposed to be, because it's like, this is what you came here to do, and you're not doing it. And not only are you suffering from not doing it, anyone you could have helped or could help is suffering because they don't have that from you. So that's why there's such a big push to get you where you gotta go. Alright, we're gonna pull you one from Cali. Kama of Kali. You are being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment, intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through the softening and opening of your heart, is an act of worshiping the Divine Feminine. Let yourself receive her loving gifts. You want to help other people. You want to be good. And because of that, that's why you are as protected as you are. That's why there is so much assistance in getting you where you gotta go. You have a lot of light to bring to a lot of others. So just sticking with the guides, you know what I mean? Doing what you need to do. I love yous. Let's pull you a prayer. Oh. Alright, you guys got 2. Got number 17. God, please let me be led by faith and not personal knowing or sight. Yoke and guide me. Amen and Asante. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to guide you, but are you listening to the guides? And then number 18. God, please carry me, for I am too tired and weak to carry myself through this. Amen and Asante. Listening to those breaks. You are never alone. The poem Footprints may help you at this time. You're always being supported as much as it doesn't necessarily feel like it. You know what I mean? I hope that this helped you in some way or fashion. Please like and subscribe. I hope to connect with you again in a future reading. Alright, I love you. Bye.